Out by the edge where the red dust blows, under the shadow of a barn aglow. Whiskey bottles lie scattered in the sand, echoes of a pistol in a trembling hand. The night air carries a train's lonesome cry, past forgotten graves where the restless lie. Beneath the burning barn, flames lick the cursed land, ashes of a love lost slipping through my hand. Ghost town hearts silent in their plight, beneath the burning barn I face my darkest night. She was a beauty with eyes so wild and free. In a chapel of dreams she promised herself to me, but whispers trailed over the scorched church floor. Her heart betrayed with a stranger she tore. Now the desert knows the secrets we keep under the burning skies where angels weep. Beneath the burning barn, embers of deceit. Oh, love turns to vengeance, bitter and bleak. Dust storms rage where we once danced so right, beneath the burning barn I face my darkest night. In the glow of the inferno I see her face, haunted, hollow, a ghostly grace. A reckoning comes with the desert's moan. Under the crimson sky I stand alone. The fire whispers her silent confession. In the ashes I find my absolution. Beneath the burning barns where all ghosts reside, I lay down my burdens by the fireside. Revenge or redemption, the line wears thin. Beneath the burning barn, let the end begin. In the silence after the flames, I walk away, nothing's the same. Under a blood-red sky in nowhere town, the sun burns low, ghosts don't make a sound. A bottle arrived in my shaking grip. Memories play like a black and white clip. Tracks run cold through the heart of the waste. Each whistle's a scream, each mile erased. Whiskey and smoke, my comfort, my cloak. In a land of lost souls, I'm a shadow of a bloke. With every sip, I see her face. In the curl of the smoke, her tender grace. Whiskey and smoke, under stars I invoke the tale of a love now just cinders and choke. She danced through the chapel with fire in her eyes, promises spoken under stormy skies. But the preacher was crooked and the vows were a lie. By dawn it was clear it was a kiss or die. Left her veil in the desert next to my trust. All that remains is dust and rust. Whiskey and smoke veil the pain like a cloak. Her laughter now echoes a cruel cosmic joke. With each burning sip, the past awaits. In the haze of the smoke, my heartache stakes. Whiskey and smoke, in shadows I'm soaked. Haunted by love and the words we never spoke. At the edge of town where the old church burned, I faced the ghosts, each stone overturned. The flame in my heart met the cold night air, found nothing but silence, her absence laid bare. Whiskey and smoke, they shield, they provoke. In a curtain of ashes I'm hiding my yoke, till the bottle runs dry. In the smoke I'll abide, a silhouette lost to the night's rising tide. Whiskey and smoke, this life's no joke. Bound by the past, in its chains I'll forever choke.
In the heart of a ghost town, under moonlit decay, lies a tale of an outlaw. In the shadows he sways. Whiskey bottles lay empty by the door of the church, while the wind plays a dirge for a love left in the lurch. Dust dances with memories like specters of strife, in the land where his sins seem to cut like a knife. Hear the train whistle mourning through the silence the chapel like his outlaw heart. Through the cursed barren lands where the lost lovers meet, he rides seeking redemption on a road incomplete. Once a love burned so fiercely in her eyes like a flame, but betrayal's sharp whisper turned warmth into blame. In a duel under starlight, blood mixed with the sand, her new lover lay dying by the outlaw's own hand. Now the echoes of laughter turn to cries in the night as he remembers the flash of the gunfire's bright light. Hear the train whistle crying through the silence it parts, burn out flames in the chapel like his outlaw heart. In the haunted forgotten graves where cold vengeance lies, he wanders forever with tears in his eyes. By the light of a fire in the cold desert air, he faces the ghosts of the past standing there. With each whisper of sand, he confronts what he's done. The outlaw, the lover, the lost, lonesome one. Hear the train whistle fading through the silence it parts, ashes cold in the chapel like his outlaw heart. Amidst whispers of redemption in the dead of the night, he lays down his burdens in the fading firelight. Under the hollow sky at midnight's call, a dusty road where shadows dance and fall. Whiskey bottle lying by my side in a ghost town where even the brave ones hide. Echoes of train whistles cut the air, reminding me of the cross I bear. 'Neath the cursed moon, I see your face. Haunted dreams in this godforsaken place. Yes, midnight in the hollow sky, scream so dry. Every star's a secret, every breeze a sigh. Once loved a beauty, fair and wild. Her betrayal burned, left me reviled. Found her whispers in another's embrace, in the church that fire did disgrace. Silent desert bear my solemn oath, her memory's the noose and I'm the load. Cursed moon, I see your face. Haunted dreams in this godforsaken place. Yes, midnight in the hollow sky, love's lie. Every tear's a shadow, every goodbye a cry. My foe, dust storms rage to the end we go. Guns drawn under the eye of
Two shots in the silence, only one escapes. Neath the cursed moon, I claim my deed. From love and vengeance, my soul's free. Midnight in the hollow sky, truth found, later goes down in that hallowed ground.
In a town where the sun forgot to rise, dusty boots echo neath stormy skies. Whiskey bottles litter the barren streets, ghostly whispers the desert deceives. Train whistle moans a lonesome cry, in the distance a church bell dies. Footprints lead to a tale untold, in the silence the dark takes hold. The devil's dusty boots, walking mile by mile, every step a story of betrayal and guile. Through cursed lands and broken trust, every heart turned cold, every dream to dust. There's an old saloon where shadows play, forgotten graves where restless spirits lay. He walked in with fire in his eyes, a path of ash where his heart lies. Sins whispered over a fading flame, a lover's vengeance, a dead man's claim. His boots told stories worn and torn, a soul sold, a pact sworn. The devil's dusty boots under the moon's pale light, tracing steps of lost love through the black of night. He walks a road that's paved with rust, every smile a lie, every touch a mud. On the edge of nowhere, where the sun bleeds red into the sky, stands a skeleton of a holy place where the crows and secrets lie. Wind howls through the broken panes, whispers names long gone, whiskey bottles and dusty bones testify to all done wrong. Beneath the church fire, flames lick the sins away. Haunted echoes, old ghosts talk of betrayal's day. Skeleton keys to locked hearts, left in ash and iron. Blood twined neath the church fire. Was a night black as raven wings when deceit took its toll. A love sworn by candlelight, buried in a cold dark hole. She wore white, now it's charred black under twisted iron wood. Her whispered prayers turned to screaming, misunderstood. Beneath the church fire, secrets smolder with the flames. Old town's curse breathes in the night, calling out their names. Promises made in shadows crumble like old spires. Sinners and saints both dance neath the church fire. Through the smoke I see her face, haunting every flame. The truth, the burning cross, I wear the blame. A gun cold in my grip whispers death's quiet desire, till vengeance finds its mark in the firelight's dire choir. Beneath the church fire, where my heart's buried too deep, revenge stirs the ashes where the dark secrets we keep. Forgive me, love, I'm the ghost in your pyre, fated to roam, cursed neath the church fire.
Through ghost town spires, I walk the dusty trail of old desires. Whiskey bottle swinging in my weathered hand, past a burned out church in forsaken land. Buried in the ashes under starless skies, love's a fleeting shadow that the daylight denies. Voices of the damned echo through the night. In this haunted desert, nothing's left but the fire. Silhouette neath the hangman's frame, a memory scorched by betrayal's flame. Once we plotted beneath the silver moon, now she's just a whisper in the dusty saloon. Buried in the ashes where our dreams once lay, ghost trains whistle past, carrying my resolve away. Her laughter's just a specter in the midnight air, in the heart of the desert. Found my secrets, all my love and hate. On this silent battleground I lay my past to rest. In the ashes of the outlaw, find my peace at last. stands hollow, where whispers tell of the cursed and swallowed. Old whiskey bottles lay, souls departed, in this ghost town, broken, black-hearted. Wind howls through the chapel's burned remains, singing hymns of sorrow, shackles, and chains. There's no mercy in the ghost town, only shadows thrive, where every man's a specter and the sins of the past survive. In the dust we wrote our treaties, in blood we broke them all. No mercy in the ghost town, just the devil's call. I loved a girl with eyes like stormy weather. In this godforsaken town we dreamt together. But love turned to ash in the blink of a gun. Her betrayal a bullet that couldn't be outrun. By the old forgotten graves I swore her name. Vengeance the only keeper of my flame. There's no mercy in the ghost town, only shadows thrive. Every whisper in the wind, a reminder no one gets out alive. From the deceit we laid our fortunes, in betrayal we stand tall. No mercy in the ghost town, just the reaper's draw. At the train tracks and I face my foes, underneath the hanging tree the cold wind blows. A showdown at the break of dawn, just me and my regret. Gun smoke fills the silence of the debts we never met. There's no mercy in the ghost town, only echoes bleed. Every step I take is haunted by my heart's unyielding creed. In the dust I lay my memories, in the soil I'll bury my pain. No mercy in the ghost town, where even angels refrain. In the whispering sands I find my own. No mercy in the ghost town, forever alone.
Under a blood-red sky in nowhere town, the sun burns low, ghosts don't make a sound. A bottle of rye, my shaking grip, memories play like a black and white clip. Tracks run cold through the heart of the waste, each whistle's a scream, each mile erased. Shadow of a bloke. With every sip I see her face, in the curl of the smoke her tender grace. Whiskey and smoke, under stars I invoke the tales of a love now just cinders and choke. Dance through the chapel with fire in her eyes, promises spoken under stormy skies. But the preacher was crooked and the vows were a lie. By dawn it was clear it was a kiss or die. Left her veil in the desert next to my trust. All that remains is
dust and rust. To keep this a dimple, this tracing eyed and the laid to the dap with the edge of town where the old church burned out. I faced the ghost, each stone overturned at the dirt silver turned. The flame in my heart met the cold night air, found nothing but silence, her absence laid bare. Whiskey and smoke, they shield, they provoke. In a curtain of ashes, I'm hiding my yoke. Till the bottle runs dry, in the smoke I'll abide. A silhouette lost to the night's rising tide. Whiskey and smoke, this life's no joke. Bound by the past, in its chains I'll forever choke.
Under the blood-red sun where the dry winds moan stands a shadow of a man across the lawn. Whiskey bottles lay by a weathered stone. Ghost town whispers in them his sins atone. Echoes from the outlaw heart, riding through cursed lands torn apart. The silence holds what words cannot start, the haunting trail of a forsaken heart. Once loved a girl as fierce as desert storms, her eyes like the stars in cold nights they'd warm. But love turned to dust, left in betrayal's form. He rides seeking vengeance through hell's reform. Echoes from the outlaw heart, burning churches, lives torn apart. Each train whistle a bitter remark on the lonely tracks of a damn heart. In the mirror of the night, his shadow confronts ghosts of the past, of the hurt he once shunned. The gun's cold truth in his hand weighed like a ton, and the echo of the shot, what's lost is never won. Echoes from the outlaw heart in silent deserts under stars that chart. Forgotten graves of his soul apart, in the whispers of the wind he departs. Every chord of memory, every note a scar, echoes from the outlaw heart, echoing afar.
here where the wind whispers secrets of sin. The sun beats down where my troubles begin. Ghost town shadows, they dance on the graves of men too foolish, too wild to be saved. Whiskey bottles lay empty souls just the same under the heat of this cursed land's flame. There's no mercy in the dusty boots, walking lines that the devil drew, haunted by the love that the desert took, silent prayers to a forsaken root. Every step, every move bears the weight of the past, in the heart of the outlaw where nothing can last. That train whistle moans like an old church choir, singing tales of a cross, of smoke and of fire. She loved like a tempest, left like a thief. In her eyes a storm, in my heart the grief. The dust storms came and covered my tracks. She's a memory's ghost that ain't never coming back. There's no mercy in the dusty boots, walking lines that the devil drew, haunted by the love that the desert took, silent prayers to a forsaken room. Every step, every move bears the weight of the past, in the heart of the outlaw where nothing can last. In the dead of night, by the cold of the stone, I faced the man who claimed what was my own. Gunfire echoed like thunder, it roared. Only one set of boots walked out that door. There's no mercy in the dusty boots, only echoes of the lives they uproot. A trail of vengeance, old debts to pay, forgotten souls in the break of day. No mercy in the leather and the dust, just a heart full of bullets and a gun that won't rust. In every line, a shadow of fate, where love's lost and revenge won't wait.
Out where the wind whispers tales of betrayal, under the shadow of a blood-red moon, stands a lone figure by the tracks frail, humming a sad forsaken tune. Whiskey bottles lay buried in sand, next to the ruins of a burnt-out church. This cursed land's tied to a ghostly hand, on a heartbroken lover's endless search. In the ashes of the devil's deal, where lost souls wander and kneel, lies the story of a love that died beneath the stars of a silent desert sky. By the light of a dying fire's glow, he recalls her laughter mingled with sin. A dusty storm swept her away slow, leaving trails of a might have been. A whispered promise turned to scream, in a ghost town where their dreams fell apart. Every dusk is a broken dreamer's dream, in the graveyard of his once hopeful heart. In the ashes of the devil's deal, where silence whispers try to heal, echoes of a love that turned to cry, under the haunting endless desert sky.
the dust, he faced his fears, a revolver's true that the devil's ear. Betrayal's cost was steep and clear in the echo of a distant train's jeer. In the ashes of the devil's deal, he found the strength to finally feel no more a shadow, he stands revealed as the dawn breaks over cursed fields. Now the desert holds his tale, a ballad song where the brave fail. In the cold light truths prevail, in the ashes he broke the spell.
Where the wind whispers moans through the ghost town, streets empty as the bottles in my hand last night thrown down. Train whistles cry like the haunted tales they say. Whiskey breath and dusty boots leads a man astray. In the shadow of the church where the fire still burns lies a heart scorned by the lesson never learned. Silent grave ballad sung by the damned and the saved. Every whispered note a secret from the grave. Her love was a mirage, a sweet desert rose with thorns. Promised forever, left me nothing but scorn. A storm rolled in, the sky scornful and gray. Found her whispers in the wind, but her shadow slipped away. Under the steeple smoke where our sins lay in the ash, I recall the firelight in her eyes gone in a flash. Silent grave ballad echoes of a love that craved, each lingering melody crafted by the betrayed. There by the forgotten graves I face my woe. Ghost of her laughter, specter in the afterglow. Gun heavy in hand, heart heavier with each step. Cursed land, take this soul, too weary to have kept. The night air heavy and stale, ballad of the silent grave tells a sorrowful tale. Acceptance in the dust under stars that misbehave. Revenge just a ghost among the stones of each grave. Every line rings like the last breath of a man alone. Echoes off the canyon walls through the marrow and bone. Riding through the ghost town, boots dragging in the dust. A photograph in my pocket and a pistol starting to rust. Her name still burns like bourbon in the silence of my throat, and the stars don't shine above me like they did before she spoke. There's whiskey in the dust, blood on the barn door. She left with the preacher. I swore I'd even the score. Now I drink to her shadow, and I spit on the flame. She took my soul to heaven, then cursed me by name. The saloon's a grave of echoes, just chairs and broken lies. I carved her name on oak wood, for I watched it burn and die. My hands still shake from memories that the devil won't erase. She kissed me like salvation, then vanished without a trace. There's whiskey in the dust, and the bottle's running low. No prayers left for sinners on this blackened rodeo. I ain't chasing forgiveness, I ain't begging for peace. I just ride for the silence where her memory ceased. Maybe death ain't the end, just a place she went before. And maybe I'll find her voice through that burned church door. But till then I'll keep riding with the wind at my back, and this curse in my chest under skies painted black. There's whiskey in the dust, and her ghost in my hand. I loved her like fire, now I burn like the land. She said not all men die, some just fade and combust. So I drink for the damned with my whiskey in the dust. Silence of a ghost town's clutch, the wind whispers secrets covered in dust. The whiskey bottles clanking in my worn out sack, echoes of betrayal, ain't no turning back. Sunset bleeding red on a cursed land. Here I tread a shadow, gun in hand. Revenge and smoke beneath the desert's glow. My heart bleeds a tale too bittersweet. Lost love's fire in the cold night stokes, under starlit skies and the devil's jokes. Remember her laughter under the old church light, before it burned to ashes that cursed night. A train whistle moaning through the empty plains, like a ghostly reminder of our sweet love's remains. He took her from me,
left nothing but her grave. Now I'm chasing shadows of the man I crave. Revenge and smoke beneath the desert's cloak. Vengeance is path, my burden to evoke. Through forgotten graves and tales misspoke, every step I take, my resolve rewokes. In the silence of the desert, their faces appear, haunting my dreams, stoking my fears. A showdown looming in the dusk's embrace. His eyes meet mine, time slows its pace. Revenge and smoke, this life's cruel joke. Gunfire echoes as all ties are broke. Dust settles down on the path I chose. In a land of ghosts, a lone figure rose, with each chord strung and every note played low. Revenge and smoke in the desert's endless. Whoa. Out in the shadow of a ghost town's glow, where the wind whispers secrets only dead men know. The midnight train moans a soulful dirge past forgotten graves on the sinner's verge. Whiskey bottle clutched in trembling hand, fate etched it deep in the cursed land. Buried in the midnight train, echoes of love, whispers of pain. Steel rails singing a haunted refrain. Lost souls riding dust and rain. Once had a love pure as the desert sky, till betrayal left her in a church to die. The preacher man said, son, seek no revenge, but the whiskey sang of a darker pledge. Underneath that blood moon scornful light, I vowed she'd not be alone that night. Buried in the midnight train, each whistle a cry, each clack a chain. Carrying sorrow, carrying blame, a heart
heart full of dust, love's burning flame. By the old depot where the night winds wail, I face the devil in that howling gale. Ghosts in the fog, church bells rang, a silhouette danced where the lonely sang. Silent pistol, a flash in the dark, revenge found its mark, buried in the midnight train. Beneath starlit skies I lay my claim. Tracks to nowhere, forever my domain. In the heart of the desert I remain. This song captures the essence of a haunted western saga, weaving a narrative of love, betrayal and vengeance under the eerie light of a desert's cursed night.
In the shadowy vale where the wild dogs wail, under moonlit skies the cursed land lies. Whiskey bottles lay by the graves unmarked, as the church down the lane burns cold and dark. Smoke rises high, blends with the cries. Ghost trains whistle past, oh how the dead don't die. This cursed land holds me with a thorny embrace. Lost souls wander, each with an unremembered face. Once knew love's soft touch in these desolate sands. Her laughter now dust, whisked away by cursed hands. Betrayed by a brother with greed in his eyes, left me for dead under black stormy sky. Smoke swirls like spirits in the twilight's red glow. Echoes of laughter from the life I used to know. This cursed land whispers with a vengeful voice, reclaim what was stolen. Seems I got no choice. Silence reigns, stood face to face with my pain's remains. A showdown with shadows from my past so bleak. The truth hits hard, leaves the strong feeling weak. Now the smoke settles on this cursed plot. I've taken my revenge, gave it my last shot. This land keeps its secrets like a silent vow. In the cursed land of smoke, I'll make my final bow.
Out where the whistle cuts the silence of the sand,
rode a man with whiskey in his trembling hand. Ghost town shadows on the moon so pale, whispers in the dust, a sinister tale.
Beneath the devil's deal where the lost souls weep lies a bed of secrets that the dark earth keeps. Burn out church, the cross stands frail and weak. Cursed are the vows that the forsaken speak.
He wore his sin like an old faded coat, traded his love for the lies that he wrote. A dusty bottle and unmarked grave, a heart betrayed by the brave yet depraved.
Beneath the devil's deal in the silent screams, echoes of the past tear apart his dreams. Burning memories like the church's spire, kindled by a spark from a liar's fire. In the cold night, the desert speaks his name. Mirages of the man he used to claim. Face to face with the ghost in his own trail.
A revelation written in betrayal. Beneath the devil's deal where truths are unveiled, he faces down the storm that his heart hailed. With each thundering heartbeat he makes his stand, a revenant soul in no man's land.
So listen close when the night wind wails of broken oaths and forsaken trails. For every man who dares to deal must walk the path beneath the devil's reel.
In the valley where the shadows play, dirt's as red as the sins we lay. Neath the haunted moon's watchful gaze, there's a cold whisper of old bygone days. Train whistles moan through cursed land, echoing the touch of a ghostly hand. Where roses in the casket waits, underneath the church, it's too late. Hearts bound by a love turned hate, where roses in the casket waits. Once we danced where the rivers flow, till betrayal planted seeds of woe. Your sweet lies like the whiskey burns in a town of dust, there's no return. Burning church lit the night ablaze, those shadows flicker in its amber haze. Where roses in the casket waits, a tale of love now desecrate. Through silent deserts I contemplate, where roses in the casket waits.
silence midst the forgotten graves, I found the truth, hidden away. The gun in my hand weighs heavy now. Revenge is a promise I vow to avow tonight. Under this lonesome sky's dome, I'll settle the debts far from home, where roses in the casket waits. This heart no longer contemplates. Fate sealed on this cursed date, where roses in the casket waits. Where roses in a casket waits.
Through the dust of a ghost town's cries, where the shadows claim the midday sun, I ride with a bottle, the whiskey's my guide, past church bones where faith once died. The wind's a sermon that whispers of sin in the forsaken places I've been. Riding through the ashes, under cursed skies, haunting the silence where my old love lies. The echoes of train whistles far and wide, carrying my sorrow in the night I confide. Once loved a girl with fire in her eyes, betrayed by a kiss in the twilight she cried. The heart of a gambler with debts unpaid led me to the barrel of a gun betrayed. A storm came and washed my sins in the sand, left me a phantom in a barren land. Riding through the ashes with ghosts at my side, searching for redemption where my demons hide. Each whistle's a reminder of what I once defied. In the dust storms of memory, endlessly I ride. In the mirror of the night, under starlit confession, its haunting question. Was it vengeance or salvation in the paths I chose? Only the desert knows. Only the desert knows. Riding through the ashes, finding peace at last in the quiet of a grave. Pains are past, burning bridges light my way to where I belong, amidst silent desert songs. This is where I'm strong.